never been my speed to slow down. It's never been like me to hold out, hold back. And I ain't starting now. I'm gonna take it to the limit, drop the hammer to the ground. I'm racing towards Lord knows what. Since I was born, I just can't stop. 'Cause if we only live once, nobody knows when it's done. That's why I just gotta run like I'm running out of time. Too fast is never enough. My engine's just warming up, pushing over the red line. I'm flying with all horses firing. I never learned to stay in my lane. Just play nice and settle for second place. What can I say? I wasn't born with brakes. My daddy was the same way. If you need someone to blame, 'cause if we only live once, nobody knows when it's done. That's why I just gotta run like I'm running out of time. Too fast is never enough. Engines just warming up, pushing over the red line. I'm flying with all horses firing. Woo! Come on. Cause if we only live once, nobody knows when it's done. That's why I just gotta run like I'm running out of time. Too fast is never enough. My engine's just warming up, pushing over the red line. I'm flying, yeah. Red line, I'm flying with all horses firing. All horses firing.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are you ready? It's showtime. Please welcome Tim Kelly.
Dirt on these boots ain't painted on the drawing. This y'all ain't just for the song. Was Baptist born and raised on straight. I could bait a hook before I could say my name. Just a good old boy, pound for pound, from a flyover state in a speed track town. My coffee's black, my whiskey's rye, my shirts are plaid and my jeans Levi. Used to call me Hillbilly. Everybody wanna be the next Hank Willie. Like a steel guitar and no dive bar. I was made a little old school. Was vinyl for it wasn't style. Country before country was cool. The same old things change and stay the same, but the same old roots running through these veins. Nick's been rich since about day one. Granddaddy like dad, like father, like son. Still raising hell with the black top ends. Friday come around, we do it over again. Used to call me Hillbilly. Everybody wanna be the next Hank Willie. Like a steel guitar and no dive bar. I was made a little old school. Was vinyl for it wasn't style. Country before country was cool. Before country
got news for you. It's still cool. His name is Gary Howard. He will be live with yours truly next Monday night. We'll kick off at 7 p.m. Central Time. He'll join the show at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. We kicked off tonight with American Blonde, formerly Southern Halo, and a great tune called All Horses Fire, and you can check out the video to it on our TV channel, ICTV Indie Country Television. That's right, we are radio, we are television. Right now, welcome to radio. Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly hosting the show. We are KICR Indie Country Radio. Add a .com to that. We are live on our website right now from Branson, Missouri, the live entertainment capital of the world. And boy, do we have some good live entertainment going on tonight. 3 hours of the best in new country music on a New Music Monday. And then at the bottom half of this first hour, a great radio interview with now a good friend of mine. Mr. James Rose is going to join us on the program tonight. He's got a full-length 14-song album out, and you're going to love what we're going to play tonight. A few cuts from it. We're not going to play all 14, but we're going to save some of that for the sequel. There's going to be many interviews with James Rose, so we'll get to that here in just a little bit. First of all, I want to give a big thank you and shout out to all of the radio stations that replayed this program. Great radio stations like KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, Country Road 58 from Germany, countryradio.musicbox4friends.com from Belgium, DevilsCountryRadio.com Belgium, RadioTheKing.be from Belgium, WVMIRadio.com, RealRadio.us, DownTheRoadRadio.com from Ireland, CountryMusicExpress.co.uk. They are in the UK. We are on Bourbon Trail Radio, CountryThunder.com.au from Australia, WFPNradio.org. We are on BigRecords.world/radio. We are also on Top Shelf Radio Texas and RadicalOnlineRadio.com. We can also be heard on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Music, wherever you listen to podcasts. Just search KICR Indie Country Radio. This next gentleman is listening to us live right now, and this is his first time getting radio airplay. Man, it won't be the last. The song is fantastic. His name is Craig Hendricks. This is called Lonely and Alone on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio. New country's best on New Music Monday.
There's so much to say, but we don't talk anymore. It ain't the way it always was. You're so near to me, but we hardly ever touch. I remember the days when all we did was make love. Passions have faded, I need that to change. I don't know what's worse, the hope or the pain. Between lonely and alone is where I seem to be, trying to hold on to what's left of you and me. I want you to stay, but it feels like you're gone. That leaves me somewhere between lonely and alone. Storybook memories still fill my mind with a love so young and strong. When one simple kiss is all it took to stop time, right before everything in our love went wrong. Passions have faded, I need that to change. I don't know what's worse, the hope or the pain. Between lonely and alone, that's where I seem to be, trying to hold on to what's left of you and me. I want you to stay, but it feels like you're gone. That leaves me somewhere between lonely and alone. We can't look back, we've got to move ahead. All I want is to be wanted again. Between lonely and alone, where I seem to be, trying to hold on to what's left of you and me. I want somewhere between. That leaves me somewhere between lonely and alone. Lonely and alone.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
Trying to make wrong feel so right. Hiding behind these walls of pride. Something's gotta give, but it ain't gonna be tonight. Holding on, no end in sight. I've been up, I've been down, drove myself out of this town, chased the roads till the sun came up. Met a man with no name with something to say. He said a whole lot, but he didn't say much. Now I'm staring down these headlights, wondering how he changed my life. I guess I had it all wrong. Making simple be so easy. It's more than just a peaceful feeling. Simple as it seems, you can't slow life if you try. And don't go chasing signs. I've been up, I've been down, drove myself out of this town, chased the roads till the sun came up. Met a man with no name with something to say. He said a whole lot, but he didn't say much. Now I'm staring down these headlights, wondering how he changed my life. I guess I had it all wrong. Pieces fit all along. I've been up, I've been down, drove myself out of this town, chased the roads till the sun came up. Met a man with no name with something to say. He said a whole lot, but he didn't say much. Now I'm staring down these headlights, I'm watching as he changed my life. I guess I had it all wrong. I guess I had it all wrong.
That is the latest single from the Will Carter Band. It is called Had It All Wrong. Video to that one is on our TV channel, ICTV Indie Country Television. Go like us over there at ICTV Indie Country Television on Facebook, and you'll be able to see all the links to the videos that we post on our TV channel as well. This next artist will be live with me next Monday night for a great radio interview. I found him on my YouTube feed today, and we've been talking back and forth, and he's got an amazing brand new song. It's got a great story to it as well, kind of a tragic story. His brother committed suicide at the young age of 16 years young, so he's trying to be a role model for the rest of you guys to never take that into your own hands. And I've heard a long time ago that is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. I love that saying, but you're going to love this song. His name is Roger Richards. This is called Used to Be on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on New Music Monday.
Was was a cold, rainy morning when I got that call. Mama gave the news, your brother is gone. I hit my knees and the tears began to fall as I slammed my fist against the wall. But before the angels took him away, there was one thing that I had to say. I would have helped you through the battle, hand in hand we'd have won the fight. Now my right hand is gone, and I just hope you know you were half the man I am. 'Cause without you, I'm half the man that I used to be. It was a long ride home, but when I pulled in the drive, I just sat there and I looked towards the sky, and I asked God, where were you this time? And I heard a still calm voice in my ear say, I'm right here. And I said, Lord, before you go, when you get back, would you just let him know? I would have helped him through the battle, hand in hand we'd have won the fight. Now my right hand is gone, and I just hope he knows he was half the man I am. 'Cause without him, I'm half the man that I used to be. Maybe if I just picked that phone up, well, I wouldn't be here singing this song. Maybe if I just paid a little closer attention, maybe he wouldn't be gone. Man, I'd have helped you through the battle, hand in hand we'd have won the fight. Now my right hand is gone, and I just hope you know you're half the man I am. 'Cause without you, I'm half the man that I used to be. That I used to be.
Number one for today's country. New music discovery. Now.
Always up before the sun is dressing out the door. 'Cause there ain't enough hours in the day. He's a hard-working kind of man, like his daddy was. someday. He still gets the job done like he did back then. It just takes a little longer than it used to. I'm finding out the hard way that you can't slow down time. It keeps rolling no matter what you do. But he's like Superman in his Stetson. He hangs it up when the day's done. There's never been a fight he can't win. He's strong as steel and bulletproof. He's 10 feet tall in his worn out boots. That's the way it's always been. But I know it won't always be that way. He's gonna run out of cowboys someday. God, I know there will come a time when you call him home to you. He'll ride off in the sunset like all good cowboys do. He's like Superman in his Stetson. He hangs it up when the day's done. There's never been a fight he can't win. He's strong as steel and bulletproof. He's 10 feet tall in his worn out boots. That's the way it's always been. But I know it won't always be that way. He's gonna run out of cowboys someday. He's gonna run out of cowboys someday.
There is brand new music for you from a young lady by the name of Hannah McFarlane. It is called Run Out of Cowboy. Well, we haven't ran out of country music. We got a bunch of it left to play on New Music Monday. Got a great radio interview on the way, and we want to welcome a brand new group to the family of stations of KICR Indie Country Radio. They are Chase the Night, and the single is called This Heart. On today's country from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Monday.
I still hear you calling my name. I see you tracing a heart on my window pane, like the sun on a dress I hope would never fade. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to move on. All those nights we got lost till the break of dawn, getting carried away to the beat of a George Strait song. And it comes on. This heart don't know when to back down. It's holding on, hoping you'll come around somehow. 'Cause your memory still haunts me like a ghost in this town. Those nights, these roads, this heart. No, nothing feels the same. Ever since you've been gone, everything has changed. Everyone seems fine, but I can't shake the pain. I can still smell your perfume, and it takes me back to the times when you rest your head on my chest and whispered I love you. If you only knew. This heart don't know when to back down. It's holding on, hoping this heart. Oh, this heart, this heart.
Nobody knows new country
Like we know new country.
Indie Country Radio, new country's best.
Never thought a good old boy like you would ever catch my eye. To drop a line backwards kind like you would be my type. Who knew there was another drive around town with nothing to do but wear out a mixtape of Chris LaDue like you. Like you. You never thought you'd find someone like you. Wanna love that lasts forever like I do. The one who makes all my dreams come true. 'Cause no one can love like you and me, leaving little notes on the windshield. There's no one else could make me admit it's something real. In the past gave all I had, never got nothing back. Someone who can stand by me and be my other half like you. You never thought you'd find someone like you. Wants a love that lasts forever like I do. The one who makes all my dreams come true. 'Cause no one can love like you. Like you, like you, like you, like you. Like you, like you, like you, like you, like you. Like you. You never thought you'd find someone like you. Want a love that lasts forever like I do. Like you. You never thought you'd find someone like you. Want a love that lasts forever like I do. The one who makes all my dreams come true. 'Cause no one can love like you. Like you, like you, like you, like you, like you. Like you, like you, like you, like you, like you. Ooh. 'Cause no one can love like you.
Her name is Isabel Gray. She's a good friend of mine from Nashville, Tennessee. We had a great radio interview a few weeks ago. There will be another one, and she's got a brand new single that I can't play just yet. It hasn't been released, but when she gives me the A-OK, we're going to cut that one loose on New Music Monday or New Music Friday as well. We've got the song, but we're going to hang on to it for just a little bit and give you guys some suspense. Well, the suspense is over for this next radio interview. I have with me a good friend of mine. We spent over an hour on the phone getting to know each other last night. His name is James Rose. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing well. How are you, Tim?
Doing fantastic, man. Great to have you on the program tonight. I enjoyed our conversation last night. We got to keep it to 30 minutes tonight. That's going to be tough, but I think we can pull it off.
I appreciate you having me.
Hey, no problem. Absolutely love your music. A 14-song full-length album you got out right now, and we're going to play 3 cuts off of it. It's fantastic, and you showed up on my YouTube feed a couple of days ago, and we just kind of started that relationship of talking back and forth, and I've actually done that with 2 other artists today that I just played on the radio before you came on. So good stuff, man. I was impressed with your music.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and 10 years that I've been doing this, you know, I get sent a ton of music, but sometimes I don't get sent the quality that I'm looking for, and I found you, so that you definitely got the quality going on.
Well, it's all, you know, it's without the session players, and the songwriters. I mean, they make it all happen, and the producer, and the co-producing coming together like that,
Yeah.
down there on Music Road. That's what they that's their job, to make it perfect.
Well, I'll tell you what
they
made
really
it.
did good for me.
I'll tell you what made it for me is your voice. Now, they turn chairs on NBC's The Voice for a reason. The music's great and everything, and The Voice has a bunch of great players too on there. But when they start singing, that's what turns the chairs, and that's what did it for me, man, honestly.
Yeah, the funny thing about that is in the studio, a lot of times they use a lot of auto tune and stuff like that to tweak things to get them where they want them, for the record, the final cut and stuff like that. And my producer, he did a little tweaking here and there, but for the most part, he was pretty shocked. We went in the studio and knocked it out without having to, throw a lot of auto tune and do a lot of adjustments and stuff like that.
Well, it came out great, and we got 3 great songs that we're going to play for you tonight, and it's not even Triple Play Thursday, so we're going to go out of the box, and we're going to give you 3 songs tonight. But I'll tell you what, I want to talk about how you got into the music business, but you are a firefighter in Washington, D.C., the nation's capital, is what you do for a living. And I did a little bit of looking up about you, and I was amazed by that, because I do another gig that works in that area. I'm in security. I do that for, my other gig as well. So I appreciate what you do, man, because we work with those folks all the time in law enforcement and the fire departments, and you do a great service to your community, no doubt.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it's not always easy trying to balance a professional music career and the fire department, but we seem to pull it together and make it work. So
yeah. Well, it's the same way with me. I just started a new gig, and that's why I'm doing this show tonight on Monday and Tuesday, because I won't be able to do it this week on Thursday and Friday. So we do what we got to do, though, because we love what we're doing as our passion. This is my passion. I told you that last night. I know music is the same for you, so hopefully we can make this thing work, and we're bringing you on to what we got going on the radio station on what I tag as New Country's Best all the time. You definitely fit that bill with your music, and the fans are going to hear that in a little bit.
Well, I appreciate that. That's very kind of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, where did your love for country music come from? Maybe somebody you used to listen to on the radio, maybe some names that we might know, or where did that kind of start?
Oh, wow. I believe my first memory of music and actually knowing the song or picking up on a song was I grew up outside of Washington, D.C. in the suburbs in Northern Virginia, in a place called Manassas, Virginia. Mm-hmm. And I grew up, it was just my mom and dad, and at that time it was just me and my oldest sister. Mm-hmm. Gotta make sure I get it right. And we lived in this this 3-bedroom apartment, right there in town, I guess you could say. And our neighbors downstairs, my mom, she was a huge country music fan and stuff like that. But I can remember my neighbors in the apartment below us. We were on the 3rd floor, and they would just have the country music cranking and stuff like that. And the first song that I can ever remember, actually hearing it enough, and it was getting so much play that I was able to learn it as like a 4 or 5 year old kid, was Elvira by the Oak Ridge Boys.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I'd stand on my balcony and sing along to it when they'd play it. But
well, I'm in Branson, Missouri, and they have been here many times, man, to some of these theaters on the 76th Strip. The Oak Ridge Boys, man, they've had it going on for a long time, but they've been big in Branson for years. Oh yeah, they're
I know they've worked with my producer, and he speaks the world of them. They've been at this thing a long time, and they're not showing no signs of slowing down either.
Yep. Now, you were telling me last night that in the shows that you do, and you've been doing 200 plus shows a year, so congratulations on that, man. That is awesome. That a lot of the folks out there, that you're performing for, they know every word to some of the songs that you're singing, and some of the cover songs too. So tell us some of those songs that maybe you were telling me like last night.
Oh, yeah, I was telling you pretty much, I can, we got to do a club show, or, everything from a club show to a private party to a wedding, to a fair festival, whatever. We kind of just like come out the gate with the Southern rock, Leonard Skinner, and some like Rolling Stones, Honky Tonk Woman. I actually take Honky Tonk Woman, and believe it or not, I mix it with Merle Haggard and do Swinging Doors. If you can, you'd have to hear it. You'd have to hear it to believe it.
Yeah.
But I do pretty much all the Merle Haggard, George Jones stuff. A lot of that stuff that was real popular. I do a lot of their songs, and throw a rock song in there every now and then. American Girl by Tom Petty, and then we were talking last night. I can do a whole show basically based off the 90s and never get out of the 90s, and people just go crazy. They're singing the words back to me and grabbing the microphone if they've had one too many cocktails, or if they're up on stage singing. Yep. Or I've been known to be on top of a bar singing, so I can't really talk. So.
Well, and I left San Diego playing 80s music and went to broadcasting school in the 80s out there. But when I married the first wife that I was with for 20 years in Oklahoma, she's from Ada, Oklahoma area where Blake Shelton's from, and that's what
where Blake's from.
Yeah, that's what got me into that 90s country, was when those Oklahoma boys like Vince Gill and Toby Keith and the man Garth were coming up in the world of country music, and there's nothing better than 90s country, and yeah, I know a lot of the words, or most of the words to a lot of those songs, but I every once in a while I'll bust out a classic country show, and I love doing that just to relive those classic country songs, and so if you make it into that realm, doing what you're doing, you're going to be successful, man, and I think you got a good start.
Yeah, I appreciate that. It's weird because when I look back and think, over the years, I guess it would have been the late 80s, but I guess in the mid 80s, I really, Restless Heart was a real big influence on me. I mean, I had their cassette, I knew their songs back and forth, and there towards the late 80s, into the early 90s, in 89, it was Alan Jackson, Travis Tritt, Clint Black, they all came out, and Travis was the only one that didn't have a hat. I instantly was, I was instantly drawn to the Travis Tritt songs and stuff like that. And another big influence for me was Diamond Rio. And Diamond Rio, and I almost forgot one from the 80s, Alabama, because I actually started in music. I started as a drummer. I would, drive my parents crazy. I'd be out in the garage. I bought my first drum set at about 14 years old. I was working full time at the local restaurant down the street, making $4.50 an hour, and I saved up my money to go down. My dad took me down to a place called Dell City, Virginia, about 20, 30 minutes down the road, and bought my first drum set for $350, and after that, it was I taught myself to play, similar to I've never had a lesson. I don't call myself much of a guitar player. I can mend a few strings, but that's about it. But yeah, I started as a drummer, and that was I was hooked after that, and then as I got into my later teens and early 20s and stuff like that, then it just came to just throwing. I was like, I didn't want to be in the back as a drummer, and I just thought, I was like, I want to be here singing these songs, these Travis Tritt songs, I'm going to be somebody, and all that stuff. I'd say probably a song that if I had to pick one song that got me, that really drew me to country music, and to say, that I want to, do something try to do something with it. It's not gonna, it's obviously not gonna happen overnight or anything like that. But we're talking 30 years ago. But it was a song Larry Cordell wrote for. He's a big bluegrass guy. He wrote for Diamond Rio, and it was on their first record. It was called Mama Don't Forget to Pray for Me. Mm-hmm. And I can remember coming home from high school, just being a freshman, sophomore in high school or whatever, and I'd play that tape, I'd play it and rewind it,
Wow.
It's just one of those songs that hits you. And if you ever get a chance, to watch the video, it really kind of hits home,
I'll have to check that one out. I know the song, but I haven't ever seen the video that I know of. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a real good video. It's kind of it'll tug at your heartstrings a little bit.
What a great group. And we had Richie McDonald from Lone Star here in Branson last year, and Larry Stewart was here from Diamond Rio, but Restless Heart.
Restless Heart.
Yep, and now those guys, him and Tim Rushlow and Richie McDonald, are all called the Frontmen of Country, and they're making a brand new album. And they got a record deal at their age, and they're well into their 50s, and they just got a new record deal to do this Frontmen of Country thing. So.
Yeah. Like I said, between Restless Heart, Little Texas, Lone Star. I mean, I could probably do a good night's work, at least an hour or two off of theirs.
Yep.
I think I made a living singing No News and Tequila Talking.
Yep, just ride them coattails, man. That's how you do it. Well, I tell you what, we're all about original music, and you've got some great original songs. So let's play one of them for the folks. We got a live chat room on, and lots of folks in here. And the great thing about that is when they love a song, you get instant great feedback. And I'll read some of the comments to you here in just a moment. But tell us about the first one. It's called Can't Tell Me Nothing.
Yeah, that song was wrote by Rick Bogard and Steve Giles, two A-list session writers in Nashville, and they back in, I guess we're going back about almost 20 years now. There was Tim McGraw. Tim McGraw had that as a track on his "Live Like You Were Dying" album. Mm-hmm. But it was never released as a single, and I fell in love with the song from the first time I heard it, and I was like, this song was wrote for me,
Right.
and then also at about the same time, Travis Tritt recorded it, but he never released it as a single. So it's just kind of one of those things when you're in the business and you're looking for songs and something that's going to be different, something that's going to resonate with people and stuff like that. That was just one of those songs, like a lot of my songs, it's just one of those songs that I kind of always kept tucked away, in my back pocket. And I was like, man, I hope somebody else doesn't, put it on hold, or somebody else cuts it and then they get a hit out of it,
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think you did justice, man. You did a great job on this, and I absolutely. I told you yesterday I was up at 7:30 in the morning uploading all 14 songs on your brand new album, so it is fantastic. We're gonna play it right now for the folks. His name is James Rose. This is called "Can't Tell Me Nothing" on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio. New Country's best on New Music Monday.
1986 Harley, blowing smoke, sucking on. Daddy said, bye to your crazy boy. You can't tell me nothing. Took me a year to fix it up, and one day to lay her down. I got a little hitch and might get along now. You can't tell me nothing. Cheap and free advice is worth the price you pay. I had to find out for myself the hard way. You can't tell me nothing. Sweetheart, nobody thought I had a prayer. Her mom what you wish for. I wanted to be her man. 2 babies and a trailer later, here I am. You can't tell me nothing. Talk is cheap and free advice is worth the price you pay. I had to find out for myself the hard way. Say that drinking will kill you. The same thing for rolling smoke. That's 2 of the 3 things I like most. You can't tell me nothing. I know what the good book preaches, but I know how I am. And I just hope somebody up there understands. Can't tell me nothing. Can't tell me nothing.
His name is James Rose. That is called Can't Tell Me Nothing. And, man, I'll tell you what, if Tim McGraw and those guys that you were talking about passed up on that song, I would have jumped on that one too. You did wonders with it. It is fantastic. They're loving it in the chat room.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Thanks a lot.
absolutely. Donna says, nice sound on that one. Jill says, love the deep vocal. And Kelsey's loving it as well. We got a bunch of ladies in our chat room tonight. And we'll have a few gentlemen in there. I know I've got 2 gentlemen that I've been talking to back and forth on Messenger, listen live, and just played them before I played you tonight. So lots of people tuning in, and they're in for a treat on hearing your music, for sure.
Yeah, everybody told me I was crazy, especially my buddy. It started in Nashville a few years ago when John Party put out heartache medication. Is that the name of the song? Heartache medication, I believe it's called, or something like that. But
yeah, I'm not sure on that.
Yes, I forget the name of it, but anyway. The song kicked off with the fiddle, and my buddy Jamie Baxter, who's been down there grinding for years and years, and he said only this guy, only John Party could pull off starting a song or starting a record with a fiddle based song.
Yeah.
Or getting anything on the radio with a fiddle intro, and I said, fiddle intro. I said, it was kind of one of those hold my beer. I got something for you.
Now, I know one thing that I did want to ask you, and we didn't even talk about this off the air. You know, we did talk about it last night, though. You said that nowadays most people that put out a 14-song album, full-length album, have a record deal. You don't have a record deal, so what made you want to put this album out? And was it because you got 14 great songs and all of them need to be on the radio, or what?
Well, actually, I've got a couple others that are, that still haven't, that are in the process of being, being mastered and stuff like that. I'd initially thought to just go all in and just do a big double album just for the sake of doing it. We got started right before the pandemic hit, and it just made it. I had the plans. I got put with the right people. It's one of those things, being at the right place at the right time as far as getting the getting the songs or getting in the studio and stuff like that, and finding people you can trust and everything. But I mean, you can go down, you can have the best songs in the world, but that doesn't guarantee you, guarantee you a record deal or any kind of success like that. My philosophy was we were going to go in, I talked about the A-list writers, the guys that wrote these songs, and then the session players. I mean, Lonnie Wilson. Lonnie Wilson is he's just he's a monster. He's on the drums. He's a big time session drummer in town, and he's singing. He's so good of a singer. He's singing all the background vocals on all my songs on the record. Everybody's kind of heard of Brent Mason. Brent Mason played on my whole record. Austin Crum, who's he's basically the next Brent Mason. He's out with Josh Turner, and but he was actually he was with Shenandoah for a couple of years as their guitar player. He's a young cat. He's only about 21 or 22 years old, but I mean he can roll and I mean it just kind of it's one of the things that just all came together. We cut about we would cut 3 or 4 songs at a time, and it was like I said last night, it just got hectic because of with the pandemic and stuff like that, and it made it a little easier for us to get in the studio.
Right.
And the prices were going down a little bit because people didn't want to, people weren't coming to, they were afraid. Some studios, I told you, last night, we started out at Soundstage right there on Music Row, and then we ended up hopping out to Hilltop for the rest of the road. And I mean, and you can't tell the difference between what song was cut at Hilltop versus what song was cut
right.
at Soundstage. I mean, it's all top quality across the board.
That was the next question I was going to ask you, is give them recording studios a big shout out, because that is some fantastic product, and you're right, you can't tell the difference in any of it. So. Yeah, absolutely. Now let me ask you this too: at what point? Now you said you bought yourself a drum set and you tried playing the drums, but you wanted to sing. You knew that. At what point in your life was that where you said, maybe I want to give this country music thing a shot, and thinking that you do have the voice for it, and I'm thinking you do too, but at what point was that?
I was always steadily singing, and whether even if it was just singing in the shower or singing to myself and singing to myself in the car, I was always singing. And I'd gotten graduated high school and stuff like that, and in the mid '90s, and I was working in town, trying to get my first gig as with the fire department, and I'd grown up working in the restaurant, and they were like, and they still to this day, 40 years later, they're 35, 40 years later, they're still like family to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I was working, in fact, I can tell you exactly. I was working a 76-hour work week. That was 7 days a week, open to close, and I got off at 5 on Saturdays, and that would allow me to end up in one of the. At that time, there were honky tonks all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can't find one.
Yeah.
But at that age, I was around. I was probably 21. Something like that, and I kind of made a commitment to myself. I said I'm going to move to Nashville by the time I'm 25. And it just so happened I had been, killing myself in the restaurant, working 80 hours a week and stuff like that. And about that time that I was, I had turned 25 and was, making those plans to go to Nashville. That's when I got my first job in the fire department. So I knew that I didn't want to. I knew that I didn't want to be in a restaurant the rest of my life, and I'd always, I'd had family in the fire department. I was a volunteer firefighter at that time. I'd been a volunteer firefighter for 9 years, a certified volunteer firefighter for 9 years.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention, I grew up in the firehouse, but it was one of those things. It was like flipping a coin. I got hired. I initially got hired as a dispatcher with the fire department, and it just comes down to one of those things. It was about that same time, I met a lot of people down, playing all the bars on Broadway in Nashville and stuff like that, and you just see the beating these guys are taking, and they are literally, some of them living meal to meal, show to show for their next hamburger, and that's when you hear these stories and you read these documentaries and stuff like that. I can't be more honest with you that's how a lot of people that go all in on Nashville. I mean, I've seen it chew up and spit out a whole lot of people.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the deciding factor for me to, I said, let me reel this thing in a little bit, go to work for the fire department. By then I had a band and stuff like that, local band. And I said, I'll start this thing commuting or whatever, I didn't want to go down there and starve. I said, I've got a good opportunity here with a good job, making good money, and it just made sense. I mean, it really came down to that. That was that was the deciding factor. It was like, do I go all in and go down there and take a chance of getting a gig in one of the places to where I can survive, or am I going to go down there and fall flat on my face, and then the next thing you know, I end up back home back in a pizza shop,
Yeah.
So.
Well, it doesn't sound like too many people are going to outwork you. That is for sure. Working that many hours a week and still trying to live your passion and your dream in the world of country music. And I hear that all the time doing these radio interviews. I was telling you last night about a young lady, Mae Estes, that I play from Hope, Arkansas, and she was working as a waitress, and then she even had another job. I can't remember what it was, but she had 2 jobs working in Nashville, and then she finally got a publishing deal where she could start writing music, and now she's doing that full time, and she's a great artist in her own right. So, it's just a thing of, you got to keep going and pay those dues, and everybody's got to do that wants to make it, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, it's you gotta want it. Number one, you gotta want it. That's the first thing, and then and you gotta. I tell people, I don't care where it is and for how much money it's paying, you gotta take every gig.
Yeah.
I mean, I can remember many times. I actually worked for the Charleston Fire Department in South Carolina for a few years. I'd left the area and went down there and was working down there. And I can remember driving from Charleston, South Carolina to Albany, Georgia, for to play acoustic sets in between the headliner.
Mm-hmm.
And it paid. I think it paid. I can't even remember now, but I want to say it probably paid $150, $200.
Wow.
And by the end of the night, 100 of that went to beer, and then
all right.
I left you 100 to get back across Route 16. If any of y'all have ever been through Georgia, Route 16 is a long road part stretch of interstate.
Yeah.
So it took 6 hours to get back to Charleston. So that was probably my. But
that's a great. That's a great story. Let me ask you this one final question before we get your social media real quick. You mentioned taking every gig. What is your dream gig, James? If you were to be able to perform with some artist on stage and do a duet with somebody, or open for an artist that maybe names we might know, you might have mentioned some already. Who would some names be?
Well, on the record that we just put out, we have the duet on there with Lori Morgan,
mm-hmm.
On the Keith Whitley song that was released after he passed away, a song called "I'm Over You." That was real. That was real. A lot of fun.
Wow.
That was really a big accomplishment for me to get to go in the studio and record with somebody like her.
Yeah.
As far as I guess like a dream gig, it would just be catching on, the band catching on, is or myself catching on, with an artist that is willing to take me under their wing and go out and open for them every night. I mean, over the years, I've opened for everybody from Travis Tritt to Joe Nichols to Lee Brice to
wow.
I could talk for.
Well, that's good. That's good stuff. We didn't talk about that much last night. I don't know if you know, but Lee Bryce got married in Branson about 6 years ago, I believe. Now it has been.
Yeah, I can. I'll give you a funny story about Lee Bryce. This goes back to the Charleston, South Carolina days, because Lee's from Sumter, South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Lee's big break came when he was a co-writer on More Than a Memory for Garth Brooks.
Uh-huh.
Well, he automatically got a record deal with Curb, but it was really, really people never believe this story. But from 2007 up until I want to say 2009, 2010, Lee didn't get a break as an artist until, I mean, he had a couple of songs that charted, but he didn't get a break as an artist until Love Like Crazy, which was probably 3 years after, More Than a Memory came out.
Uh-huh.
Because this is another people, they don't believe me, but I can tell you I've sat at the Music Farm in Charleston, South Carolina, a club that probably holds 300 or 400 people. I can remember me and Lee Bryce sitting in there with a guitar, with 10 people, 10 people in the place, and we're just sitting over in the corner, just kind of hanging out or whatever, and wondering like, is this all we're going to get tonight? I'm looking at a big empty bar. I said, I hope we get a few more than this. At least if we can get 100 people in here, we can kind of scatter them out.
Right.
And that was a really cool time for me, because I was able to, become friends with Lee and we remain friends to this day. And he's just a super good guy. And
mm-hmm.
I really got to watch him, from the ground up explode, because we went from those nights, we would be sitting at the end of the bar at happy hour at 5 o'clock in the evening, and nobody knew who he was, so they definitely didn't know who the hell I was. So we're sitting at the end of the bar, there's like nobody in this place at 5 or 6 o'clock at night, and I'm like, man, we're supposed to go on at 9. I'm supposed to do a 30-minute set at 9 o'clock, and he's got the 9:30 till 11.
Yeah.
And I got to watch it. I mean, it was probably over a solid 5 or 6 different times in there, but it went from that 100 person night to, I mean, you couldn't have got a ticket in South Carolina to get in that place by the time the last show we did in there.
Man, that's awesome. We got that in common. I got into radio because before I got into radio, nobody knew who I was, and now millions of people don't know who I am. Isn't that cool? So, yeah, I can walk into the bar with you too, and it'll be great.
Unfortunately, I don't know that I did a lot of things the right way when I was younger, because it's like nowadays, I've got the, it's one of those things. You can almost, sometimes you can be too rowdy. I got told one time I stomped my boot too hard
uh-huh.
on the stage. And I'm like, how do you stomp a boot too hard on the stage?
Wow.
They said, you stomp your boot too hard on the stage. I'm like, all right, well, I'll see you next time, or I won't see you next time. Move on down the line,
Yeah.
And then 6 months later, as a manager, and I was back in the same bar, stomping on the same stage,
Wow.
So sometimes you can get sometimes they can take depending on where you're playing at, especially these college towns. The college towns are we were talking about Springfield, Missouri last night.
Mm-hmm.
Or what is it? Is it Columbia? You said?
Columbia, where Mizzou's at. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't remember half of them, but those are the college towns. You better pack your lunch and put 2 pairs of socks on with your cowboy boots, because it's going to get rough.
That's it. Well, man, we have stepped into hour number 2. I want to thank you for the time tonight. We're going to play Miss That Girl, another great song of yours, and then we're going to kick off hour number 3 or hour number 2 with another great song. So we're going to give you 3 plays tonight. Sure been great talking to you, man, and this will not be our last interview. There's going to be many more because your music is great, and we're going to have you back in a couple of months and play some more off that 14-song full-length album for you. And I'm going to keep doing it in the upcoming shows as well. I got one, actually I'm going to be doing one in the morning. I was going to do one tomorrow night, but I'm going to have to go on the air at 9 a.m. Central. So for you folks out there listening live, I'll be back on for 2 for Tuesday. So I'll give you 2 more tomorrow on tomorrow's show. How's that sound?
I really appreciate that. I appreciate you having me on and taking the time to talk to me.
Absolutely. Now, if folks do want to find you on social media, where can they go?
They can go to James Rose Country on Facebook. You can also look me up. I'm not hiding from anybody or anything. I have a regular Facebook page under James Rose, ROSE, like the flower, and you'll probably see a picture of a fire truck, I think, in the background.
Yep, that's it. Uh-huh.
But yeah, you can go on there, and that's pretty much the easiest way to get to the links to the music, to be able to download it, whether you have Spotify or Amazon or whatever you got. Because a lot of times, you try to search somebody by a name. I know there's more than one James Rose out there.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I'll tell you what, you're fantastic. Be safe out there on the road, and congratulations on this new album. It's going to be fantastic for you. We're going to keep spinning it. We're going to chart you on the Roots Music Report as well, and then I was telling you a lot of the stations that I'm on do their own charting on different indie charts, so we're going to get your music heard, that's for sure.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
You are welcome. His name is James Rose. This is called Miss That Girl on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Monday.
I found a silver bracelet in my backseat. The night you left, it seems like yesterday. It's like I found a treasure when I held it. How could I have ever let her get away? I still got a faded picture on my rear view. It's almost like she's looking right at me. And somehow just like that, it all comes rushing back. And she's right here, the way it used to be. Yeah, I miss that girl, knowing there'll never be another one like her, not like her. Kicking myself for ever letting her slip out of my world. I just miss that girl. Way back then I felt like I had things together. Whenever she'd come smiling through that door. But I've had one or two tonight, and it just makes me realize that I ain't so together anymore. And why I miss that girl, knowing there'll never be another one like her, not like her. Kicking myself forever, letting her slip out of my world. I just miss that girl. Yeah, I miss that girl. Yeah, I miss that girl, knowing there'll never be another one like her, not like her. Kicking myself forever, letting her slip out of my world. I just miss that girl. I still miss that girl.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
song, and I let it play again and again. You're in every line, takes me back in time. Yeah, tonight I'm wondering, what are you listening to? Is it a cover band in some college town bar where it's not on eyes and air guitars? Or is it something to get you through? Just a sad song playing on the radio station, tears still falling, heart still breaking, cause you're hanging on. Or is it a love song about someone new? What are you listening to? I like to believe that you're just like me, trying to figure out how a good thing goes bad. And I don't know, I can't let it go, but it's about to drive me mad. What are you listening to? Is it a cover band or some college town bar where it's not on eyes and air guitars? Or is it something to get you through? Just a sad song playing on the radio station, tears still falling, heart still breaking, cause you're hanging on. Or is it a love song about someone new? What are you listening to? Is it a feel-good song, get you driving too fast, the one that gets you moving on past the path, or the kind that you can't help singing along, singing whoa, whoa? Is it headphones on the downtown train, or a window seat on an outbound plane? Is it LA, sunny or Memphis blue? I wish I knew, I wish I knew. What are you listening to? Is it a cover band in some college town bar where it's not on knives and their guitars? Or is it something to get you through? Just a sad song playing on the radio station, tears still falling, heart still breaking, cause you're hanging on. Or is it a love song about someone new? What are you listening to? I put that record on, girl, you know what song, and I let it play again and again.
His name is James Rose. That is called What Are You Listening To? Well, you're listening to Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, hosting the show. Hour number 2 has already kicked off. We are well into it with more of New Country's Best on this New Music Monday. But I want to thank James Rose. Go check him out on Facebook. And he's just got a regular account. James Rose got a fire truck behind his picture, like he said in the interview. And he has got lots of great music that you'll be able to find through that friendship that I made with him, and you'll make with him as well. But we are definitely going to keep playing his music. Now, tomorrow, I'm going to do a 2 for Tuesday program, but we're going to go on the air live at 9 a.m. Central Time until noon Central. So if you're a morning person, I'm not. I'm going to need the coffee. But come join me for 3 hours of New Country's Best, and every artist on the program tomorrow will get played 2 times in a row. That's how we'll do it on 2 for Tuesday. This next artist is making his radio debut tonight on New Music Monday. His name is Braden Hull, Hull. The song is called Falling Out of Love on KICR, New Country's Best on New Music Monday.
I've lived in this same house for 19 years. Never thought that it would bring me to tears. 'Cause Mom and Daddy ain't together anymore. And life is full of trial and error, ripping me to my core. And just the other day I broke out my King James. I dropped to my knees and asked, what should I do? 'Cause I've not been feeling like myself. I've been going through hell, fighting demons every night and day. And I've started drinking bottom shelf, 'cause I don't want to tell myself that nobody is above falling out of love. And I get the going can get tough when you're feeling down on your luck, when things start to get rough. And I knew that their love was gone when they started living in separate homes. The ones that taught me right from wrong, falling out of love. 'Cause I've not been feeling like myself. I've been going through hell, fighting demons every night and day. And I've started drinking bottom shelf, 'cause I don't want to tell myself that nobody is above falling out of love. And I know it can be hard trying to fix a broken heart, but God will speak to you in many ways when it feels like nothing will ever be the same. 'Cause now I'm feeling like myself, no longer going through hell. Isaiah 43 verse 2, my God will carry you through. And it took me some time, but I finally realized just 'cause they fell out of love doesn't mean they don't love us. Doesn't mean they don't love us. It doesn't mean they don't love us. Yeah. When they're falling out of
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it?
Today's country.
Country lives right here. Country is what we do. Today's country.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country. New country. New country. New country.
How many nights have I listened as you stumbled in? You thought I was sleeping, 'cause I'd lie there so still and pretend. Tonight I'll turn the tables. When I walked in, the whole clock struck 2. Would you look who can't sleep tonight? This time it's you. Just one night out, and to you I'm the master of sin. You're swearing and accusing, demanding to know where I've been. Yes, you feel by now the pain that you put me through. And would you look who can't sleep tonight? This time it's you. That you've cried, 'cause they're more red than blue. That sick, empty feeling inside, you find hard to lose. I wanted to hurt you, but it's funny, 'cause I'm not amused. Would you look who can't sleep tonight? This time it's you. Oh, would you look who can't sleep tonight? This time it's you.
She is a good friend of mine. Her name is Lee Polari. That is called This Time It's You. And boy, what a great traditional country music sound that one is right there. Well, we're almost halfway through the program, and you know what that means. Another 90 minutes of the best in new country music is straight ahead. So stay tuned, everybody. We got a lot more to go. This next artist is making his radio debut tonight on the program. You can check out the video to this next single on our TV channel, ICTV, Indie Country Television. His name is Clayton Anderson. The song is called Let Me Go on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on New Music Monday.
Asking if you've heard a thing I've said, and seem like it kinda stuck in your head, and you deny it, but you're awfully quiet. Turn left and turn the radio down, and you clear your throat and let the words fall out. And everything changes, split-second strangers. Nowhere to run in the passenger seat. I can't breathe, I can't breathe. Get me drunk, get me high, baby, want me just a little. Put my heart in your size, but before you pull the trigger, would you let me know? Say it's you, say it's me, say there ain't no way to change it. Tell my heart at the seams, but before you go and break it, would you let me know? Before you let me go. Getting every red light in the pouring rain. It's just a little more time for you to explain how we just ain't right. On twist the knife, drive me on the corner, I'll find my way home. I'll get used to not seeing you light up my phone. I'm fine, I'll be fine. Get me drunk, get me high, baby, want me just a little. Put my heart in your size, but before you pull the trigger, won't you let me know? Say it's you, say it's me, say there ain't no way to change it. Tell my heart at the sea. on. Get me high before you let me go. Let me go. Say it's you, say it's me, say there ain't no way to change it. Tell my heart at the seams before you go and break it. Would you let me go before you let me go?
New country sounds like this.
I'd rather drink a hot beer, build a fire in the pouring rain, burn all of my fishing gear, then set sail in a hurricane.
And this.
I don't wanna be a good time girl, arm around my shoulder, shutting down your favorite bar.
And this.
99 Halo couldn't take you away.
You're listening to the best in new country music on KICR, Indie Country Radio.
He said, I'm saving up to buy you a diamond. He said, it won't be much, but I'll get you one soon. I thought we'd be married in a fever. I thought we'd ride off like Johnny and June. But I don't think we'll make it to Jackson. No, I don't think we'll make it that far. No, I don't think we'll make it to Jackson. As long as you keep breaking my heart. Yeah.
Making her radio debut tonight on New Music Monday, her name is Caitlin Butts, and that is called Jackson. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That is a great song. Oh, you knew that was coming. Thank you, everybody, for listening, and we hope you're tuned in and still listening. Second half is coming up right now. We're going to kick off with this next gentleman, brand new single from Gary Wayne. It is called Nothing But Blue on Today's Country from KICR. Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on New Music Monday.
I'm sitting in my easy chair, doing some hard thinking, remembering your sweet love and feeling my heart sinking. The day I told you I made a slip, that I took a little side trip. That day you said we were through and left me nothing but blue. Nothing but blue. Nothing but heartache. Nothing but loneliness. A hurting I can't share. Back in your arms, nothing else will do. 'Cause ever since you've been gone, I've been nothing but blue. I never meant to hurt you, that never crossed my mind. After some reflection, I know I crossed the line. I've got a new perspective, your love and my objective. Don't want a life without you, a life that's nothing but blue. Nothing but blue. Nothing but heartache. Nothing but loneliness. A hurting I can't share. Back in your arms, nothing else will do. 'Cause ever since you've been gone, I've been nothing but blue. Nothing but blue. Nothing but heartache. Nothing but loneliness. A hurting I can't share. Back in your arms, nothing else will do. 'Cause ever since you've been gone, I've been nothing but blue. Ever since you've been gone, I've been nothing but blue.
New and exciting.
Broadcasted live from Spreaker.com and iHeartRadio.
I stood there in the rain and I watched you get on that plane. I heard goodbye, have a nice life, and then you flew away. 3 weeks and I'm still a mess on repeat. Yeah, I guess over's gonna take a while, 'cause baby you just keep on going, but you still got a ways to go to get on out of my memory and further down the road. We're still rolling around here in my head. By now I should be moving on, but you keep going, but you're still not gone. You don't let me have a moment's rest. You haunt me like you never left. I see a suitcase in the same place you place to lay your head. I watched you pack it, yeah, I was there, it happened. But girl, I swear you're leaving me every day. On and on you keep on going, but you still got a ways to go to get on out of my memory and further down the road. You're still rolling around here in my head. By now I should be moving on, but you keep going, but you're still not gone. Anybody can see it on my face. I'm still right here, stuck in one place. But you keep going, but you still got a ways to go to get on out of my memory and further down the road. You're still rolling around here in my head. By now I should be moving on, but you keep going, girl, you keep going, but you're still not gone. No, you're still not gone. You're still not gone. You keep going. You keep going.
Making his radio debut tonight on New Music Monday. His name is Donis Moraes. That is called Goin' Goin', and that song's going to keep going right up the country music charts. That is for sure. What a great new tune. Well, we talked about this next young artist in our interview tonight with James, and she's a good friend of mine from Hope, Arkansas. Her name is May Estes. She worked 2 jobs in Nashville, and then she got a publishing deal to become a songwriter and write for many other artists, but she also is a great performer in her own right. One of her latest singles is called Your Hands. It is May Estes on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on New Music Monday.
I've seen your hands grease stained, turn a wrench, swing a hammer, take apart a V8, put it back together and never miss a move. They just know what to do. And I've seen your hands 10 and 2, headed east on 40, hometown in the rear view. You left for me, letting go of everything so I could chase a dream. Steady and true and strong, and right where I belong. Holding a beer on a Friday night, holding a match when I need a light, holding the door and my own guitar, there on my knee in a crowd in a dive bar, holding a ring in my heart for the rest of my life, wearing that band. I hope your hand's always holding mine. I felt your hands in the dark, light me up all over, running through my hair and pulling me closer like nobody else. You know me better than I know myself. You pick me up when I can't stand, like my mama prayed for, kind of man. Holding a beer on a Friday night, holding a match when I need a light, holding the door and my own guitar, there on my knee in a crowd in a dive bar, holding a ring in my heart for the rest of my life, wearing that band. I hope your hand's always holding mine.
country like we know new country. Indie Country Radio, new country's best.
All the pretty horses that she used to love tore through the fences 'cause they had to run like they're born to do. They got wilder the tighter that I held the reins. And there's some desires a man will never tame. And to tell the truth, can't hold back a spirit meant to be free, or stop a restless heart out there chasing what it means. You just let them go, 'cause you know they're not yours anymore, and they never were. All the pretty horses and her. Like me, they figured she was gone for good, so they chased off after her the way I wish I could. Yeah, I wish I could. But you can't hold back a spirit meant to be free, or stop a restless heart out there chasing what it means. You just let them go, 'cause you know they're not yours anymore, and they never were. All the pretty horses and her. No, you can't hold back spirit meant to be free, or stop a restless heart out there chasing what it needs. You just let them go, 'cause you know they're not yours anymore, and they never were. All the pretty horses and her. All the pretty horses.
What a pretty song that is as well. His name is Zach Neal, making his debut tonight on New Music Monday. That is called All the Pretty Horses. The next artist is a good friend of mine. His name is Jordan Oakes. We just released this video today, or he just released the video today. I put it on our TV channel, ICTV, Indie Country Television, because it deals with something that I'm very passionate about. I told you my other side gig, and I work very closely with those folks in blue. That is right, our law enforcement officers around the country. This is called He Bleeds Blue from Jordan Oakes on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, new country's best on New Music Monday.
She runs her hot iron over his uniform. It's clean and pressed with a crease, 9-1 thread is torn. She kisses him goodbye, plants one on his badge for luck. Then he's off to his thankless job, the one he loves so much. He bleeds blue, pride written on his face. He knows the danger and does his job anyway. Out there trying to make a difference, protecting me and you, tuning out the ridicule. 'cause he bleeds blue. There's kids that hang at the park he's taking a liking to. Takes time with them to listen and to shoot some hoops. He brings Miss Jones her mail. She's been laid up for months. When the streets come alive with the bad guys, he hauls a few away in cuffs. Just a routine traffic stop, like he's done 1,000 times. Soon his partner cries when he tells the wife, got caught on brother home tonight. He bleeds blue, pride written on his face, and he knew the danger and did his job anyway. Out there trying to make a difference, protecting me and you. He was scorned and ridiculed, yet he bleeds blue. Scorned and ridiculed, he bleeds blue. She runs her hot iron over his uniform. It's clean and pressed with a crease, except where the threads are torn.
Dispatch to badge 371. Dispatch to badge 371. Officer, thank you for your service. Your work here is done.
Hey everybody, this is Roger Adams. You're listening to Today's Best Country with your host and my good friend, Tim Kelly, on KICR Indie Country Radio.
I could search from now to the end of time and never find another you. And I'm so glad because I know you're mine. Someone to give my love to. I believe, my love, that you're one of a kind. For there's no one else like you. You're the light in my life, so let it shine. Someone to give my love to. Well, I find happiness is loving you, and I'll do my best to make your dreams come true. I will follow you to the ends of earth, for my place is here with you. And I have taken you for better or worse. Someone to give my love to. I find happiness is loving you, and I'll do my best to make your dreams come true. Days of man and wife time are precious few, and I will spend all mine with you. and beyond forever I'll wait for you. Someone to give my love to. Forever I'll wait for you. Someone to give my love to.
That is my good friend Roger Adams, and that is a great song called Someone to Give My Love To. Great traditional country music on the radio. Up next, the latest single from Sarah Hobbs. It is called Roof Over My Head on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
The day you signed the papers, I brought over the champagne, wrote my lease 2 weeks later, moved in and helped you decorate. I made this house into a home, 1,200 fair and square feet, but I didn't know the price I was paying for something that don't belong to me. So you can keep the dishes that we bought, that I washed, the pictures of the memories we made, that I framed. You can have the mortgage and the maintenance, and even have a queen size bed. I'm tired of you holding this roof over my head. You think I can't afford to leave, but babe, I can't afford to stay. These four walls are like a prison, and love ain't supposed to feel that way. You went from talking about forever to never letting me forget that it's your name on that dotted line, like I'm some unwelcome guest. So you can keep the dishes that we bought, that I washed, the pictures of the memories we made, that I framed. You can have the mortgage and the maintenance, and even have a queen size bed. I'm tired of you holding this roof over my head. What's mine was ours, what's yours was yours. I try not to slam the door, so you can keep the dishes that we bought, that I washed, the pictures of the memories we made, that I framed. You can have the mortgage and the maintenance, and even have a queen size bed. I'm tired of you holding this roof over my head. I'm tired of you holding this roof over my head.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I remember my favorite bike was a little tyke that she could fly. And that ragged old hat of mine when I was 9 was the Indians from 95. Those things never left my side. Oh, but today I couldn't find them if I tried. This old shirt is getting worn. The knees of these jeans are torn. This old back don't work the way it should. But of all these things that I wear in time, I search forever just to find something that always feels brand new. Though everything fades away, one day you'll see you and I will never get old to me. At 12 I had my first kiss, that middle school bliss on the beach down in South Carolina. And in high school where I met you in 17, I swore to make it mine. Well, I'll never forget that first slow dance, 'cause I still feel it every time I hold your hand. This old shirt is getting worn. The knees of these jeans are torn. This old back don't work the way it should. But of all these things that I wear in time, I search forever just to find something that always feels brand new. Though everything fades away, one day you'll see you and I will never get old to me. Sitting there, front porch in your rocking chair, sipping sweet tea, smiling at me, looking back on the times we shared. You said something about getting old, and I swore I had, but in case I haven't told you, this old shirt is getting warm. This old shirt is getting warm. The knees of these jeans are torn. This old back don't work the way it should. But of all these things that I wear in time, I search forever just to find something that always feels brand new. And as I'm standing here today, I hope you'll see that, baby, you will never get old to me.
His name is Dustin Kines, Kines, and that is kicking off hour number 3 of Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, hosting the show. 60 more minutes of the best in new country coming at you straight ahead. Are there any single women out there in radio land? Well, this next song is for you. How about our good friend, Mr. Jonathan Lynn? It is called Single Woman on KICR Indie Country Radio's New Music Monday.
She's a single woman taking on the world. She's a single lady, all-American girl. She don't need nobody to make her proud and strong. She's a single woman. She's making it on her own. She gave up everything to be by his side. She thought he was a savior, that one true love in life. Then things began to crumble. God knows how she tried to keep it all together through the cheating and the lies. Now she's a single woman taking on the world. She's a single lady, all-American girl. She don't need nobody to make her proud and strong. She watch her, and it's driving me insane. She's got it all together, breaking free from all her chains. And now I'll never know what it's like to play the part of her world in all its glory. I'm the fool that broke her heart. Now she's a single woman taking on the world. She's a single lady, all-American girl. She don't need nobody to make her proud and strong. She's a single woman, and she's making it on her own. If I could only press rewind and turn back those healing hands of time, what I wouldn't give for one more chance. If I could only just make her mine. She's a single woman taking on the world. She's a single lady, all-American girl. She don't need no man to make her proud and strong. She's a single woman, and she's making it on her own. She's a single woman taking on the world. She's a single lady, all-American girl. She don't need no man to make her proud and strong. She's a single woman, and she's making it on her own. Oh, you go, girl.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
I love absolutely every single song they play.
This station is dangerously good.
This is Today's Country.
I like the music. I like the DJs.
There's even more to like.
I like everything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country. New country.
His old calloused hands grabbed a hold of that man, drunk behind the wheel of that car. He drug him to the ground, the people gathered round. He didn't mean to take it that far. Granddad lost his wife, so that man lost his life as he reached for the hand that redeems us. 10 years in that cell between heaven and hell, caught between jail and Jesus. He found that demon in the bottle. Daddy drank his last swallow. Drunk, he hit Mama again. Yeah, the neighbors called the cops, tried to fight, but he lost behind bars till God only knows when. There's a price to be paid for the hands that he laid, making deals with the one that redeems us. As he lies in that cell between heaven and hell, caught between jail and Jesus.
is such a well-done song. Congratulations to my good friend Miss Peyton Howie for that one. That is called Jail and Jesus. There's a great video to it you can check out on our TV channel, ICTV, Indie Country Television. While you're there on Indie Country Television, might as well check out the video to this next one. It is called Everything Must Go from Alex Key on KICR's Indie Country Radio's New Music Monday.
Planning a garage sale, 3001 Carter Road, a Saturday 9 a.m. and everything must go. Read about it in the paper, you'll find the ad that I'm writing. I got 100 words or less to highlight my best items. I'll make one hell of a deal with steel on a diamond ring. It's only been thrown one time, and I've had it polished and clean. Nice high heel shoes, designer bags too, and women's clothes. And her little Chevy, she lived here with me, and her and that new guy hit the road. Everything must go. There won't be much for men, a few khakis and polo shirts. I'll probably give them away. I wore them ugly things for her. And I'll make one hell of a deal with steel on a diamond ring. It's only been thrown one time, and I've had it polished and clean. Nice high heel shoes, designer bags too, and women's clothes. And her little Chevy, and she lived here with me, and her and that new guy hit the road. Everything must go. Take the picture that's inside. Won't nothing left of us when I pull up that garage sale sign. Yeah, I'll make one hell of a deal with steel on a diamond ring. It's only been thrown one time, and I've had it polished and clean. Nice high heel shoes, designer bags too, and women's clothes. And her little Chevy, and she left here with me, and her and that new guy hit the road. Everything must go. Everything must go.
Today's country. New music discovery. Now.
If you've been walking the same old road for miles and miles, if you've been hearing the same old voice tell the same old lies, if you're trying to fill the same old holes inside, well, there's a better life. There's a better life. You've got pain, he's a pain taker. If you feel lost, he's a way maker. If you need freedom or saving, he's a prison shaking savior. If you've got chains, he's a chain breaker. We've all searched for the light of day in the dead of night. We've all found ourselves worn out from the same old fight. We've all run to things we know just there's a better life. You got pain, he's a pain taker. You feel lost, he's a way maker. You need freedom, save it. He's a prison shaking savior. If you got chains, he's a chain breaker. You believe it, if you receive it, if you can feel it, somebody testify. If you believe it, if you receive it, if you can feel it, somebody testify, testify. If you believe it, if you receive it, if you can feel it, somebody testify. Got pain, he's a pain taker. If you feel lost, he's a way maker. If you need freedom, save it. He's a prison shaking savior. If you got chains, he's a chain breaker. Oh, if you need freedom, save it. He's a prison shaking savior. If you got chains, he's a chain breaker. He's a chain breaker.
Her name is Ashley Dawn. That is called Chainbreaker, making her radio debut tonight on New Music Monday. I bet you didn't know I'm the missing link in that chain, did you? Well, there you go. These next artists are Franklin Wall. It is called Shouldn't I Be Wild? They are made up of Stephanie Wall and Dan Franklin, and the video is on our TV channel, ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.com. Check this one out right now on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on New Music Monday.
He's checking all the boxes. I'm seeing all the signs. He looks so good on paper, even better in real life. Cabernet and candlelight, jasmine on a summer breeze. The stars have all aligned to write a future memory. It's everything I hoped for. Shouldn't I be wild about those big blue eyes staring back at me? Where are the butterflies, the sleepless nights, and forever dreams? He's perfect in every way, but if I can't make myself feel the same, shouldn't I be free? Shouldn't I be me? Shouldn't I be wild? I'm staring out the window. This is all so typical me. Show me a Claude Monet and I'll show you the crooked tree. My God, he's gorgeous. Still I can't focus this. Oh, shouldn't I be wild about those big blue eyes staring back at me? Where are the butterflies, the sleepless nights, and forever dreams? He's perfect in every way, but if I can't make myself feel the same, shouldn't I be free? Shouldn't I be me? Shouldn't I be wild? Now he's got that kiss me look in his eye, and maybe I'll never find my forever if
New country sounds like this.
Hey moon, I'm giving it all that I got. Hey moon, I'm down to my last shot.
And this.
Felt like living and I felt like dying. Oh, come on back to me.
And this.
Hey, pretty boy, you were pretty sure it was gonna work out for you.
You're listening to the best in new country music on KICR Indie Country Radio.
I ain't the cowboy that I thought I'd become, but these boots are worn and these hands are scarred, and I can take a punch. I ain't the best on this old six string, but I can play you, lay you down. And I'm learning what these old dreams are all about. I've had a pair of cowboy boots since I was 8 years old. I ran around the fair with a hat like I was at a rodeo. I never had a doubt about the man I was gonna be. But looking back now at 33, well, I ain't the cowboy, but I'm close enough for me. I don't have a horse that I can saddle and ride, yeah, but I've got a truck, and with a little luck it starts on the first try. Your midnight ride under highway lights beats a lonely cattle drive. And when I look over and see you by my side, I've had a pair of cowboy boots since I was 8 years old. I ran around the fair with a hat like I was at the rodeo. I never had a doubt about the man I was gonna be. But looking back now at 33, well, I ain't the cowboy, but I'm close enough for me. I ain't the cowboy, but I'm close enough for me. I've had a pair of cowboy boots since I was 8 years old. I ran around the fair with a hat like I was at the rodeo, and never had a doubt about the man I was gonna be. Looking back now at 33, well, I ain't the cowboy, but I'm close enough for me. Yeah, I ain't the cowboy, but I'm close enough for me. Yeah, close enough for me.
His name is Chase Roselot, and that is called Close Enough. Man, I love that sound, and I agree with those folks in the chat room making the comments about it sounds like classic country music. Boy, gotta have some steel guitar in there. Love that as well. This next song has it as well. You know him from being played on this radio station quite a bit here lately. He is the great Randall King from the great state of Texas, and this is called In the Picture on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio. New country's best on this New Music Monday.
She looks good, I mean real good. She got that thing about her, she got that glow around her. It's been folded, but every time I hold it, I just can't believe you can fit in that much. Pretty in a 3x3. She's in that red dress, white ribbon in her hair, smiling at me standing there, bare feet on a salty shore. Her eyes shine through the faded ink, everything about it's bittersweet. Yes, she might be in this Polaroid, but she ain't in the picture anymore. There's a corner ripped off, her name's in a heart at the bottom, and there's a tear stain down the middle where I've cried a little over that red dress, white ribbon in her hair, smiling at me standing there, bare feet on a salty shore. Her eyes shine through the faded ink, everything about it's bittersweet. Yes, she might be in this Polaroid, but she ain't in the picture anymore. She ain't in this house, this room, or this town. She ain't in this bed I'm laying in right now. Now she's in a red dress, white ribbon in her hair, smiling at me standing there, cutting me right straight to the core. Her eyes shine through the faded ink, everything about it's bittersweet. Because she might be in this Polaroid, but she ain't in the picture anymore. Yeah, she might be in this Polaroid, but she ain't in the picture anymore. She looks good, I mean real good.
You're listening to Tim Kelly on Indie Country Radio.
I wish you'd ask me how I'm feeling instead of what's for dinner. These four walls are closing in more each day, and my patience wearing thin. I wish your eyes still lit up when I walked into the room. We're like two strangers passing by in the night, only I still notice you. Change, I know, and feelings come and go, but losing you is my greatest regret. Oh, I'm a fool to remember what I wish I could forget. Remember laughing when the porch swing broke and dumped us us on the ground. Oh, what I give to live with you like that again. Oh, how I miss that sound. People change, I know, and feelings come and go, but losing you is my greatest regret. Oh, I'm a fool to remember what I wish I could forget. Forget the way you held me, forget the way we kissed, forget all the things I wish I didn't miss. But I'm a fool to remember what I wish I could forget. Oh, people change, I know, feelings come and go, but losing you is my greatest regret. Oh, I'm a fool to remember what I wish I could forget. Oh, I'm a fool to remember what I wish I could forget.
Her name is Drew Haley. That is called Fool to Remember, and a video to that one is on our TV channel, ICTV Indie Country Television. This next gentleman is a good friend of mine. We just recently wrapped up a great radio interview. He is from the state of Texas, Lufkin, Texas, to be specific. My good buddy, Mr. Flint Thompson. We've got to keep on meeting like this, so I agree, on KICR, Indie Country Radio's New Music Monday.
Hello, baby, how you been? Sure is good to see you again. You look so beautiful to me tonight. Sure feels good holding you tight. We've got to keep on meeting like this. I'm always starving for your kiss. Night or day, whenever it is, we've got to keep on meeting like this. You know, darling, when I look in your eyes, the man in me starts to come alive. But more than that, girl, you're my best friend. Whatever we do, let's do it again. We've got to keep on meeting like this. I'm always starving for your kiss. Night or day, whenever it is, we've got to keep on meeting like this, yeah. In a crowded room or all alone, we can go out, girl, or we can stay home. We're together, it's all the same. Every time it's just fueling the flame. We've got to keep on meeting like this. I'm always starving for your kiss. Night or day, whenever it is, we've got to keep on meeting like this, yeah. We've got to keep on loving this way, just like we fell in love yesterday. Even when we get old and gray, we've got to keep on loving this way.
close for a kiss goodbye. Had to turn and walk away so you didn't see the tears in my eyes. You left me questions in my heart, left me wondering why I fell so hard. Why'd you have to go so fast and go so far? Do you still think about me? Wonder about that space between us. Did I put the brakes on what could have been? Do you question what we should have been? Is it all the time or every now and then? Do you wanna take that 3-mile drive straight to my house in the back of your mind? Did you not think that interstate would change the plans that we have made? I guess it's hard to hear a heartbreak 600 miles away. I still go down that road that goes down by your house to see if maybe he came back to town. But you're never there, it's just a dead end turn around. Do you still think about me? Wonder about that space between us. Did it put the brakes on what could have been? Do you question what we should have been? Is it all the time or every now and then? Do you wanna take that 3-mile drive straight to my house in the back of your mind? Did you not think that interstate would change the plans that we have made? I guess it's hard to hear a heartbreak 600 miles away. About me, wondering about that space between us. It put the brakes on what could have been. Do you question what we should have been? Is it all the time or every now and then? Do you wanna take that 3-mile drive straight to my house in the back of your mind? Did you not think that interstate would change the plans that we had made? I guess it's hard to hear a heartbreak 600 miles away.
We recently wrapped up our second great radio interview. She is an alumni artist of NBC's The Voice. Team Kelly Clarkson is the team that she was on, and my good friend from Norco, California, Miss Presley Tennant, in a great song called 600 Miles. This next artist won season 18 of NBC's The Voice. He was on Team Blake. His name is Todd Tilghman. This is called Home Wasn't Built in a Day on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio. Video to this one is on ICTV, Indie Country Television.
In a one-bedroom apartment over her grandma's garage, just a couple crazy kids in love, that's where this story starts. We weren't afraid of nothing, 'cause we didn't have a clue. Some stick-on tiles and a coat of paint, and we turned that house into a home. It wasn't built in a day, didn't happen overnight. It took a lot of ups and downs, a lot of wrongs and rights. I did a lot of hanging on when I wanted to let go. Took a lot of years and tears and prayers, but now we know that home wasn't built in a day. The numbers on the mailbox thing that changed when you handed me that test and then a book of baby names. It wouldn't be the last time I'd see that glow again. After 2 turned into 3, turned into 4, turned into 10, and filled our home. It wasn't built in a day, didn't happen overnight. It took a lot of ups and downs, a lot of wrongs and rights. You did a lot of hanging on when you wanted to let go. Took a lot of years and tears and prayers, but now we know that home wasn't built in a day. Oh, the days were long, but the years flew by. Pictures on the wall show me why. The story of you and I, it wasn't built in a day, didn't happen overnight. It took a lot of ups and downs, a lot of wrongs and rights. We did a lot of hanging on when we wanted to let go. It took a lot of years and tears and prayers, but now we know that home wasn't built in a day. It wasn't built in a day. Oh.
Nobody knows new country like we know new country. Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
You snuck up on me and covered my eyes, whispered in my ear, can I bum a light? You sounded so sweet in the menthol air, girl, I could recognize your voice anywhere. Watching your lips kiss a whiskey glass, you tip it on back with a tipsy laugh. Don't seem right how we ever went wrong. I could stay caught up on you all night long. You're lighting me up like a cigarette, rewinding my mind back to when you were mine like an old cassette. Funny how some fires, they never fade. Splitting the smoke with an old flame, splitting the smoke with an old flame. Now we're flipping through memories, flashing back, back to when we were too young to buy a pack. Stole some Pall Malls from your grandma's bag. I was hooked on you from my first drag. And now you're lighting me up like a cigarette, rewinding my mind back to when you were mine like an old cassette. Funny how some fires, they never fade. Splitting the smoke with an old flame, splitting the smoke with an old flame. Ooh, I got a head rush off your lips, burning down a midnight kiss. It's like we never even quit. Light me up like a cigarette, rewind my mind back to when you were mine like an old cassette. Funny how some fires, they never fade. Splitting the smoke with an old flame, splitting the smoke with an old flame. Guess some things never change when you're splitting the smoke with an old flame.
That is called Smoke with an Old Flame. His name is Danny Kinsey, Kensy. Great song on the radio right there. Well, let's put another one on. How about Josiah Siska up next? This is called On My Way Over on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on New Music Monday.
How you doing, darling? It's late for you to call. I was just dozing off, but I don't mind at all. I can hear the whiskey soft off your breath, and I know that you know that I love how you get when you get to drinking and thinking about me. Just give me 10 minutes, I'm right down the street. And I'll lay down and look at how the way your hair spreads out on the pillow. Yeah, I wanna hear your heartbeat beating loud and feel our love flow strong like a river. Just give me the word and you know I'm on my way over. In bed, you look like an angel when I walk back in, and you pull me back down and you hold me so tight. That beer tomorrow, just give me tonight. And I'll lay down and look at how the way your hair spreads out on the pillow. Yeah, I wanna hear your heartbeat beating loud and feel our love flow strong like a river. Just give me the word and you know I'm on my way over. I'm on my way over. I wanna lay you down and look at how the way your hair spreads out on the pillow. And I wanna hear your heartbeat beating loud and feel our love flow strong like a river. Yeah, I wanna lay you down and look at how the way your eyes shine bright when I kiss you. And I wanna hear your heartbeat beating loud and feel our love flow strong like a river. Just give me the word and you know. Oh, just give me the word and you know I'm on my way over. I'm on my way over. How you doing, darling? It's late for you to call. I was just dozing off, but I don't mind it all. I'm on my way over.
New country sounds like this.
I'm just down here in my car. I'm just looking for a bar.
And this.
Just know I'll be with you in a little while.
And this.
Just getting somewhere slow. Getting somewhere slow. You're getting somewhere.
KICR, Indie Country Radio.
Dressing
That is the latest single from Jenna Paulette. She is also from the great state of Texas, and that is called Slow Draw. Well, one thing that don't go slow is the time when we're having this much fun, and I have had a blast tonight on New Music Monday. Let's do 2 for Tuesday tomorrow. We'll hit the airwaves live at 9 a.m. Central Time in the morning, and we'll play 3 hours of the best in new country, double shots all show long. I want to thank James Rose for being with me tonight. What a great artist, and what a great future ahead in the world of country music. We will keep playing his music as well. Today's Country with Tim Kelly is produced by Tim Kelly Productions. Like us there on Facebook, and we will like you right back. Until next time, I will see you on the radio. Bye-bye, everybody.
I can put you in a cornfield in downtown Manhattan. Close your eyes and reel that old zip code. I can put you on a riverbank while you're fighting traffic. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. Turn me on, oh, I'll see you on the radio. I can take you back to high school, gym floor, and a slow dance. First love, first kiss, second base down that old dirt road. When it's freezing cold, I can sink your toes in warm white sand. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. So turn me on, oh, I'll see you on the radio. I'm young, I'm old, I'm country, I'm rock and roll. So turn me on and turn it up. Let me make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. So turn me on, oh, I'll see you